दोस्तों कैसे हैं आप। दोस्तों आप लोगों ने कभी ना कभी, आप लोगों में से कुछ लोगों ने कभी ना कभी बर्मिंघम पैलेस का नाम सुना होगा। तो चले आज आपको मैं बर्मिंघम यूनिवर्सिटी दुबई लेकर चलता हूं। मैं यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ बर्मिंघम दुबई। आप मेरे साथ बने रहें और मेरे साथ यूनिवर्सिटी के टूर करते रहें। कोशिश करूंगा मैं, जैसे मैं दूसरे व्लॉग में भी दिखाता हूं, कैंपस और इंटरेक्शन, स्टूडेंट्स इंटरेक्शन, टीचर इंटरेक्शन, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर से इंटरेक्शन, वीज़ा प्रोसेस, वीज़ा की कॉस्ट, एकोमोडेशन, ये सारी चीज़ मैं आपको बताऊं और कोशिश करूंगा मैं मैक्सिमम चीज़ें मैं उसको कवर कर सकूं। थैंक यू वेरी मच। दोस्तों मैं यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ बर्मिंघम पहुंच गया हूं। मैं देखें आप, जो है ये है यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ बर्मिंघम।
नीचे सामने से
तो मैं जो है वो, देखिए आप सामने जो है वो बर्मिंघम यूनिवर्सिटी है, आप देख सकते हैं। ये एंट्रेंस वगैरह है। ये है दोस्तों, ये अभी हम लोग, आप देख सकते हैं ये सारी चीज़ है इसके अंदर। अभी हम लोग जो है वो कंप्यूटर साइंस डिपार्टमेंट में जा रहे हैं। आप रेस्टोरेंट ये वो और हर कुछ मिलेगा। तो चलिए आपको हम जो है वो एक्सप्लोर कराते हैं। और मेरे साथ जो बहुत बड़ी यूनिवर्सिटी लग रही है ये, और इन्वायरमेंट इज़ फंटास्टिक, हर चीज़ आपको है। कैफेटेरिया, अभी हम लोग ग्राउंड फ्लोर पर फ़िलहाल हैं और हम लोग कंप्यूटर साइंस डिपार्टमेंट में जा रहे हैं। देखते हैं आगे हैं और देखते हैं, देख सकते हैं कंप्यूटर साइंस।
Khan is the program director for the MSc Cybersecurity program. It is PhD from Kingston University, London. And then we have Dr. Anis Zarad, associate professor of computer science. It is PhD from the University of Ottawa, and he basically looks after all of our quality matters, accreditation matters for our programs. Dr. Fawad, University of Grenoble. Dr. Hamid Muhtar, University of Paris. Saleh Itmadi, also Michigan State. Abdul Wahid, Kyungpook National University, South Korea. Ruchit Agrawal, Queen Mary University, London. Dr. Akila Subasingh, who is with us here today, Western University, Canada. Dr. Ahmed Ibrahim, Technical University, Darmstadt, Germany. Dr. Nilofer Shahnawaz, Ulster University. Dr. Kamar, also here with us today. She's actually spends about more than half of her time on the Edgbaston campus. So she teaches, she's what we designate a flying faculty member. Comes here for some time of the semester, teaches over here, and then someone else takes over and she goes back to the UK campus. So if you have questions about the UK campus specifically, talk to Dr. Kamar. She's sitting at the back over there. And we have Dr. Sattar Abbas, University of Paris East, and Dr. Panagiotis Andriotis, currently on leave in Japan, I believe, University of Bristol. He's also a flying faculty member, so also comes and goes during semesters. Why did I show you all of these? Because what I want to tell you is that all of our faculty members, all of us, the entire CS team, everyone A, holds a PhD. B, we do not rely on adjunct or visiting faculty. Everyone's a full-time faculty member. So, as you go about the UAE, Dubai, the region, exploring, looking at other programs, I recommend wherever you go, ask about their faculty. How many of them do have a PhD? How many of them are adjunct faculty members? How many of them come in, take a class, and then go home for the week? Big difference in terms of student experience. Okay, let's talk about the BSc programs first. And we have 3 undergraduate programs: BSc in Computer Science, BSc in Artificial Intelligence and Computer Science, and an MEng program, Masters in Engineering. Yes, you can come in after high school, you can walk away with a master's degree in that. It's a very UK thing. I know if you're not used to the UK university system, that might sound a little strange, but that's the thing. So basically it's a bachelor's and a master's together. So after graduating from an MEng program, your next step could be to go into a PhD program. Okay. So the MEng program is titled Computer Science and Software Engineering. So engineering, that's how the eng is from. Both BSc programs are 3 years in duration. The MEng program, because it's a master's program, is 4 years in duration. And depending on your academic achievement in high school, you may have to start or enter these programs with an additional foundation year at the beginning. So whether that is necessary or not depends on your school system and your grades, both. And whether or not you have to go into the foundation year, the admissions team that is here today will be able to answer that question for you specifically. All of these programs are not only accredited by the Ministry of Higher Education and Scientific Research, the new name of the Ministry of Education, all CAA accredited. They're also accredited by the British Computer Society. So you get dual accreditation in the UK as well as in the UAE. What difference does that make to you? The difference is that with a CAA accredited degree, your qualification is recognized locally, which means it makes you eligible to work for the public sector over here. Okay. These are the entry requirements, and I will not read everything for you. Please take a picture of this slide. I'll just walk you through some of the important parts. I'll just talk about if you're doing A-levels, we expect you to have taken 3 subjects. One of them must be mathematics. The other 2 can be anything. We don't even need computer science, mathematics. Okay? And you need to have typically entrance have grades in the range of AAA to ABB. The A must be in mathematics. If it's not, that could become a reason why you may have to take the foundation year route into the program. And down here we have equivalent requirements in terms of achievement in IB, 2 different Indian school systems, and US AP grade systems. For MEng, the requirement is higher. We look for an A-star in mathematics, down to an A and 2 A's in the other 2 subjects, down to AAB. Okay. In addition to that, depending again on which school system you're coming from, you may be required to have a TOEFL or IELTS score or Pearson Test of English (PTE). That's a requirement here at the bottom, outside the table. Okay. If you did a full-time student in all of our programs, takes 6 modules. Okay. In the first semester, object-oriented programming, mathematical and logical foundations of computer science, and computer systems and professional practice. That's in the fall, and in the spring, artificial intelligence 1, data structures and algorithms, and theories of computation. And that's year 1. Databases and web programming, operating systems and systems programming, functional programming, and then in the spring, artificial intelligence 2, security and networks, software engineering. Now, some of these subjects, some of these modules are colored in blue. The ones that are colored in blue are the ones that are programming intensive. That's what that means. AI related modules, because AI is pretty big in computer science these days. People are generally interested. Anything that is AI related, all of those modules are awarded at the time of entry, applies usually to all 3 years. And if you go on the mobility program, you take that scholarship with you. It applies even if you take that year in Ashbaston. Finally, in year 3, students do work on a final project, a BSc project, that is about the equivalent. It lasts for both semesters. And in addition to that, they take 4 modules out of this list of 8, 4 electives. And you have free choice. Really pick anything you like, anything that matches whatever interest you have developed by that point. and that is the BSc Computer Science program. Now, I won't take as long for the next one. Year 1 and Year 2 for the BSc Artificial Intelligence and Computer Science program are exactly the same as for BSc Computer Science. Year 1 and Year 2, in a sense, form a common core for all of our undergraduate programs. Year 1 and Year 2 are the same. So changes start really happening in Year 3. And here's what happens in Year 3 if you're in the BSc Artificial Intelligence and Computer Science program. Essentially, you must choose 2 to 3 electives from the domain of AI. You must take AI-related modules. So basically, out of this list of 4, we have machine learning, neural computation, computer vision and imaging, and natural language processing. You must pick at least 2, up to 3 modules, and the remaining 1 or 2 you take from the remaining list. That's it. That's the difference between a BSc in computer science and BSc in AI and computer science. And that leaves us with the last program, the MEng program. And the MEng program also shares the first 2, that common core of the first 2 years. In Year 3, not their final year, students take a full module load, a full course load. They take 6 modules, 6 electives out of the same list of 8, and then move to Edgbaston. Everyone in the MEng program takes Year 4 in the UK. So this is everyone. It's not a choice, you do not apply, it's not a competitive process. And in Year 4, MEng students work on their project, like everyone else in their final years. And in addition to that, they take 3 elective modules from a long list of modules available that year in Edgbaston. And that's the MEng program. And yes, you graduate in the UK with that one. Okay, that takes me to the postgraduate programs, the PG programs, and we have 5 of those. There's the MSc Computer Science, MSc Artificial Intelligence and Computer Science, MSc Data Science, MSc Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, and MSc Cybersecurity. So the MSc Computer Science is slightly different from what many universities offer over here. It's a conversion program. Okay. So conversion program means anyone who doesn't have a computer science background can come into it. If we have had students, notable for this one is that this program is the equivalent of the program offered in the UK, which is certified by the UK's GCHQ, Government Communications Headquarters, basically the UK equivalent of the US's NSA. Okay. All of these programs can be started either in January, which is now past by the way, but also in September, which is like the main point where we take in students. Then we have the MSc Data Science program. This is not a specialist program, this is also a conversion program. However, we do require that students coming in have a good math background for this one. Then the MSc in Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, also a specialist program. So it's basically preparation after which you can go into PhD. Both of these programs start only in September. And all of these programs are also CAA accredited, and they're all available for both full-time and part-time study. If you enroll full-time, you finish in 1 year. If you take them part-time, you can complete them in 2 years. These are the entry requirements, but I'll point out the big one. We have the 3 conversion programs at the top. So computer science, AI computer science, and data science, conversion programs, and the 2 specialist programs, AI machine learning and cybersecurity at the bottom. We're basically looking for something like the equivalent of a lower second class degree in the UK system to get into the MSc Computer Science and AI Computer Science programs. For all other programs, we look for an upper second class degree. And in addition to that, if you're interested in the MSc Data Science program, you also need to have a solid math background, which we define as having an A grade in A-level mathematics or the equivalent. So what's in these programs? MSc Computer Science, first semester, if you're taking it full time, students come in, take Software Workshop 1, which is basically an introduction to programming, alongside with computer systems and artificial intelligence and machine learning. Followed in the spring semester by data structures, Software Workshop 2, more programming, and building usable software. Followed by the MSc project in the summer. And then we have the MSc AI and Computer Science program, which shares the entire first semester with the MSc Computer Science. And in the second semester, borrows the data structures module, but then takes a different path. There's a module on AI programming, basically, again, programming intensive, but focusing on the libraries that are mostly used in AI system development. And another module, current topics in artificial intelligence and data science, followed again by an MSc project in the summer. We have the MSc Data Science program, the MSc projects that every MSc student has to complete. These are individual projects, like dissertations. The last two remaining programs, the specialist programs, MSc AI and Machine Learning, starts off with mathematical foundations of AI and machine learning extended, and neural computation, which is all the neural network stuff that's happening these days. And the second semester, visualization, computer vision and imaging, and current topics in AI and machine learning. The still semester, we do designing and managing secure systems, network security and cryptography. Followed in the spring by secure software and hardware systems, forensic malware and penetration testing, and mobile and ubiquitous computing. And these are basically all of I'm just giving you the titles of the modules over here, but should give you a sense for what's in these programs, what we do. This is what the academic year looks like, and it largely applies to BSc programs as well. So you start off end of September. You have your fall semester uninterrupted, ending in around middle of December. You have a break. After that, students come back for the spring semester. Starts in January, middle of January, and runs until the end of April, early May, actually, early May. In between, there's a break, and that's Easter break, which is typically 4 weeks long. Now, in this year and the coming years, there will be some changes here due to Ramadan falling before Easter break, but that's usually how it is in a regular year. Following that, we have an assessment period, which basically means exam time. So, exams for BSc and MSc programs start in May and run until June. So, exams for both semesters happen over here, if you have a module that has an exam. Some modules are all continuous assessment based. Basically, you're graded just on all the assignment work you do during the semester, usually programming related modules. So we have exams. Following that, we have summer. If you're an MSc student and it's the end of the program, students work on the MSc projects at that time. And if anyone at the end of the exam period failed module, they get one more chance to retake the exam. And whatever they score, they usually walk away with a minimum passing score, 50%. And that's the academic year. That's what a year looks like. For full-time MSc students will take 3 modules in the fall, as you've seen, 3 in the spring. They'll have their exams, work on their project in the summer, and they'll graduate in 1 year. For part-time students, starting in September, they'll take 2, sometimes for one program, 1 module in the fall, another 1 or 2 in the spring, have final exams, and then they'll have the summer off for the first year. They'll have nothing to do with that. Do an internship, do other stuff, come back for year 2, take the remaining 1 or 2 modules in the fall, take the remaining 2 or 1 in the spring, have final exams, and then in the summer of year 2, they work on the MSc project. Alternatively, if somebody is in a program that starts in January, they miss the fall semester, they'll take 2 modules in the spring, take exams, summer off, come back for second year, take 2 modules in the fall, another 2 in the spring, have exams, work on that project, And in both cases, you graduate in approximately 2 years. A little more than 2 years over here, a little less than 2 years over here. And this is how we accommodate both full-time and part-time MSc students. These are the time slots in which we schedule teaching activity, meaning lectures, labs, anything that's happening on campus. Basically, classes and lectures, labs, all of that, tutorials will be scheduled Wednesdays and Fridays between 6 and 9 p.m. So on working days, 6 and